What's up guys, welcome back to Smart Like Said Spicy. I'm your host and your cook Smarly. If you're new, welcome to my channel and I really hope you like all the recipes I'll be going on here. So today we're making tacos, guacamole and salsa because it's getting summery now and I know a lot of people want to smell and taste really fresh ingredients, and the tacos is exactly what you need for that. And I will also make a vegan tacos, a vegan dish, because I know all my vegetarians out there will still like to taste a really nice taco. And last time I tried it was so amazing, so I'm thinking about making that one as well. If you have any questions, text me on my Instagram, SmartyLikeSaidSpicy, and if you have any recommendation, please leave it in my comment and I'll make sure to read them. So without any further ado, let's get right into it, guys.
Alright, my first step will be to cut my vegetables. I will cut some cauliflowers because that will be one of the vegetables I'll use for my vegetarian tacos, and I will use some chickpeas that I will add later. So I'll just cut the cauliflowers really thin because I'm going to roast them, and I'll add some spices to it just to give it a little bit of a tangy, reminding of a meat flavor. For the spices, I will use 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of chili flakes, 1 tablespoon of 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'll start by mixing that just so the flavor doesn't go through already, just so I have an even flavor everywhere. And I'll add 1 tablespoon of taco mix, some salt, lemon juice, and 1 teaspoon of garlic. I'm saying it like this because all the ingredients will be written on my description below, so you won't actually have to go through the video again. So if you want the exact recipe, you can go down my description and you'll see everything written one after the other. You don't have to worry about that. Now that I'm done with all my ingredients, I'll add the chickpeas. So I'm using 1 cup of chickpeas for about half a cauliflower, and I'll mix all that together and I'll roast them. So the oven will be at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and I'll roast it for 10 minutes. I'll just make sure to spray my pan before I put my vegetables to make sure nothing will get stuck on there. 10 minutes later, this is how my vegetables look, fully roasted and fully cooked. I will just blend it so it can look like the actual meat, but this is not a necessary step. You can also leave it like this if you prefer to, of the reminder of the crunchy part of the cauliflower. This is how it looks once I'm done blending it and it's nice and soft. I'll set this aside to go on with my other ingredients. Unfortunately, I was not able to film me putting my spices in the meat. I'm not sure what happened with the video, but I thought I was filming, but I wasn't, and I'm really sorry about that. But I put 3 tablespoons of taco mix, 1 teaspoon of garlic, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, salt and pepper to taste, and I also put a little bit of lemon juice in there. I did not put a lot of ingredients. My Haitians out there, I know I did not put natural spices, but it's because the guacamole and the salsa already has a lot of flavor and I wanted to focus on that. So I will heat up my pan, put some olive oil, let it be hot of course, and I'll put the meat to cook. I will also add some corn in there just to bring a nice and sweet flavor on the meat. 15 minutes later, the ground beef is totally cooked. It's nice and brown, and I'll set this aside or put it in the oven just so it doesn't get cold, and I'll go and do my salsa. This part will be my favorite to do because the colors are so vibrant and I cannot wait for you guys to see the result. I will use 2 tomatoes and I'll cut them in small dices. And I will of course wash my tomatoes like I wash all my other ingredients, but I feel like I gotta show this on the video just so you guys know that I do wash my vegetables. I just don't show it because I didn't think you guys would be interested in that, but yes, I wash my vegetables. Once I'm done cutting the rest of my tomatoes, I will go ahead and add 4 garlics. So I will peel the garlic and chop them really small and put them in the salsa just so it's not an obvious taste, but that you can still feel the crunchiness of the garlic. I will also cut what will be the amount of 2 teaspoons of chopped cilantro. For the spicy flavor, I'll add 1 jalapeno. I will not use the whole jalapeno because the seed is where the hot flavor comes from. So I'll just put some seeds in there and I'll just cut the rest of the skin and put it in there for a nice color. This is looking so pretty already, and I cannot tell you how this brings me genuine happiness. Once I'm done cutting my jalapeno, I'll add 1/4 of lemon juice just so I can have that tangy flavor, and I'll mix that before I go on and add my last ingredient. Oh, and I also put some salt. Now I'll add a little bit of red onions. I think this was about 2 tablespoons of chopped onions. I will again mix this all together and I'll put this aside and let the whole tangy flavor go through every ingredient. Now for my last preparation, I will do the guacamole. I'm using 2 small avocados. I'm sure you know that, but make sure you cut open the avocado, take off the seed, and with a spoon you just take the flesh out of the skin and then put it in the bowl. That's basically it. Now I'll add some onions, but the onions is not a necessary step in the making of a guacamole. I just decided to add this for my personal happiness. So I'll just add a little bit of onions and go on with my next ingredients after. I will add about 4 branches of chives. And I also added about 3 leaves of basil. This again is not a necessary ingredient, it's just something that I like in my guacamole. I will also add a little bit of lemon juice just so I can have that tangy flavor again. 1 teaspoon of garlic also. And I'll start mashing that and mix it all together. Now that my guacamole is done, I'll put it in a smaller container so I can start plating. And I just decided to cut a little bit of lettuce to put on top of my tacos. So just use about 5 to 6 leaves of lettuce, wash them and cut them really small so they can fit in my tacos without having to slide over. And I will start plating my tacos. And this is all the ingredients you just witnessed me cooking. We have the cauliflower and chickpea tacos, we have the lettuce, the salsa, the guacamole, the ground beef with the corn, and I'll just start by plating the 2 different tacos just so you can see. And I'll also add some Parmesan cheese on top and put them on my board. I use Parmesan cheese because that's what I had in my fridge, but if you want to try it with cheese, go with the mozzarella instead. I think it's a better option. This is the final product, guys. It looks so beautiful and I cannot wait to try it. I really hope you liked this video and that you learned something from it. If you did, please put a thumbs up and share my video, and also subscribe to my channel if you didn't do it yet. And I'll see you next time for an amazing new recipe. Have a good day.